sitting comfortably cross-legged. Rolling down at the back with the sit bones, pulling up the lower abdomen, raising the sternum, dropping the shoulders back down, and forefinger resting together in Shin Mudra. Backs of the wrists on the knees. Lengthen up the neck, and just close the eyes. And take a moment to relax the mind into the body. Relaxing the eyes in their sockets, unfocusing the eyes behind the eyelids. Relaxing the muscles of the whole face and the whole scalp. Becoming aware of how the skin is feeling. Aware of the energy field building up between the thumb and the forefinger. The pressure of the backs of the wrists on the knees. The pressure of the rest of the body on the mat. And lock the Mula Bandha, the root chakra, pulling up the perineum, and pull that root lock all the way through the chakras up to the third eye. Take a deep inhale and let it go. Deep inhale. Find the lungs. Let it go. And again, deep inhale. Let it go. Inhale deeply, expanding the tummy. And take a silent, raw, slow exhale. Inhale deeply. Exhale, silent, raw. Inhale deeply. Silent, raw. Feel the shoulders drop as you pull the belly to the spine, emptying the lungs and lengthening the neck. Take another deep inhale. Mouth closed, Ujjayi, exhale. Rolling the tummy muscles up from the lower abdomen. Really squeezing the breath through the back of the throat, connecting us to our vagus nerve. And dropping the shoulders. Deep inhale. Ujjayi, exhale. Inhale deeply. Final one, longest, slowest Ujjayi, exhale. Yes. bringing the belly into the spine, really emptying the lungs. Inhale, exhale, just softly and regularly. Hold on to the knees and start to rotate the whole body around in the hips cradle. Nice and small circles to begin with, getting used to the feeling. Fine, rotating, moving, warming up. Get slightly bigger, more confident, and using the shoulders. We've got a nice big circle, the head can come into the action as well, looking nice and theatrical. And going the other direction. Again, don't be scared to throw yourself into it. Nice. Center up, hold on firm to the knees, and as you inhale, kind of pull the shoulders back and down. And then we're going to roll off the sit bones, keeping hold of the knees, pull the belly in, lead the chin forward as long as you can, till the feet are picked up. Chin goes to chest. Keep the feet up and push forward, inhale. Exhale back. Really feel the shoulder blades as they pull away from each other, and then squeeze them back together as we inhale. Exhale back. Inhale forward. One more time, emptying the lungs as you come back here. Filling the lungs as we move forward. Nice. Both feet Navasana, so that we pick up the knees to the same line. Pick up the feet to the same line as the knees. Try and keep the back lovely and straight here. And if it's a bit too difficult, hold on under the knees. Pull and roll the shoulders back and down. Lovely. Try and get the left elbow onto the right knee. So that's opposites. And then move it over to the other side. Maybe they don't quite connect, but you can still work it a couple of times for each side, maybe 3. Feel that inner groin getting some work there. We will stretch that off. Place the right foot behind. Have some wideness in the knees here with the left heel in front. And try to keep the shoulders so they remain above the hips without sitting back here. And possibly pop your left hand on a block to keep you up nice and straight. We're turning to the left. Lift and open the right inner groin. Coming back onto that right sit bone, throwing the right foot forward. We'll have Navasana up again. Holding strong through the arms, all the way through the fingertips. Opposite elbow to knee. I've gone left, right. Change it over. Slowly. Over. Over. One more time. Last one becomes almost impossible. That's okay. Both legs down, left leg behind us. Keeping the shoulders over the hips and turn to the right. Lifting up and opening the left hip. Up we come into Anavasana one final time. Well, I promised one final time, but might be lying. Probably the last time. And when we come down here, we want the opposite leg to be in front, from the one you naturally choose to be in front. Making the fingertips flat, just the fingertips onto the floor or onto the mat in front of you, and try and draw the back in so the back goes nice and flat, and it's almost like pushing the chest forward. Make that back nice and flat to start off with, and again, sometimes you'll be up on blocks here to make it a little bit easier. Maybe the blocks will move forward with you under your fingertips. Those of you who are on the mat, nice and strong in the fingertips. Deep inhale, and as you exhale, use the core, use the back of the throat, the ujjayi exhale, and see if there's anything to be had with bending the elbows. The elbows will bend, then you walk out. If the elbows aren't bending and you're not getting any more without hunching the back, remember, we're just trying to open the hips here. So if you're resorting to hunching the back, no, back off. Just keep breathing deep and imagine this whole area stretching in the hip. You'll be surprised though if you keep with the breath, focus your mind and your breath into the thigh, into the hip, and as you exhale, there's almost always a fraction of a millimeter to find, nice and slow. At maximum, see if there's any waving from side to side to be done with the body. If there's really not, then you've almost definitely got no further to go. If you can get a little wave out of it, then maybe you can come down a tiny bit. Looking to the thumbs, walking fingers back under the body and back up to center. And then we'll just raise the arms at our side. Try to go really long and strong and straight in the back. So the elbows super straight and the stretch is coming up through the side body and out through the fingers. Shoulders are drawn nicely down the back. And we come down to the right-hand side. And see how that hand comes down almost in line with my hip. Push it out here because I'm going to want to drop that elbow down to the mat. Keep reaching over with my left arm. Left sit bone still connected, even if it's just by a fiber, still connected to the mat. No point just rolling over here. We're going to lose that stretch entirely. Deep inhale, coming up, exhaling, over to the left, pushing into the mat, pushing the right sit bone back down, reaching with the left, and then coming down on the left. This time we make an extra extension with this right hand so that we can bring it down here on the left hand side, and then we're going to try and bring this chest, this right chest, down to the left thigh. Yeah, so we've made some quite awkward oblique stretch. Again, you see how my back has popped out. Try and pull that in. Walking the hands through the semicircle in front. Have a bit of an investigation here, because having done a few stretches on the sides, you never know, you might get even further down a little bit more easily. I'm still up on my fingertips. I've lost sight of my fingertips, but I am. And then let's walk over to the right hand side. So we're trying to pull the left chest kind of down onto the right thigh this time. Get that oblique stretch. Breathe. Walking back through center and all the way round. So we end up back here on the left hand side. Maybe you've come further down onto that elbow possibly. Take a deep inhale and a strong core exhale, coming all the way up. Lovely. Coming onto all fours. Work the back out now with some cat-cow. So really drop the hammock into the back. Look up. Deep inhale, stretching the abs. And then bring the tummy up to the spine. Let the head, crown of the head, fall to the face to the mat. Pick up the knees by an inch if you want this to be strong. Drop and turn the back into a hammock. Exhale, good, strong, long ujjayi exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Use the whole lung capacity. And exhale, long ujjayi breath. Right arm reaching forward, left leg reaching back. Try not to raise the left hip, keeping that hip in line with the right. Turn the toes so they face the mat. Hold nice and firm and breathe. Deep inhale. Exhale, elbow comes in to touch the knee. Inhale, arc and stretch. Filling the lungs. Exhale, empty the lungs, elbow to knee. Inhale, up and reach. And exhale. Up and reach. Change it over. Left arm forward, right leg back. Deep inhale. Exhale, elbow to knee. Use the throat. Make it long and strong. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Nice. Both hands down. Go wide with the knees. Bottom back on the heels. Push the arms forward for child's pose. And keeping the hands where they are, coming up onto all fours, and just move the knees so a little bit closer together so that they're in line with the shoulders. But we've got this wider position here. So what we don't have is our cat-cow, yeah? We're wider than that. So this should be perfect for a down dog. Tuck the toes and push up. Keep the knees bent for a minute. So push back, push the bottom back, bring the head through the arms, tilt the tailbone to the sky, scoot up through out of the shoulders, really stretching the back. And then we try to let the legs straighten without changing this back position. Ooh. Looking to the thumb, step the right foot to between the hands. Long step. Should be a maximum lunge here. And then let the left heel swizzle down onto the mat. So the left foot is nice and flat. Toes are probably facing the long edge of the mat. Right elbow onto right knee. Open up into a side lunge. Keep the hip down in line with the body. So avoid pushing up here. Keep the knee over the ankle. Stretch the left arm over. Look up if it's okay for the neck. Strong standing shoulder. Both hands down, swizzle up on the toes, step back down dog. Take a child's pose if you like. Set up your down dog with that little bend in the knees first. Looking to the feet and the hands, are they hip width apart? you went for child's pose, you're coming back into down dog. And we're stepping the left foot this time forward. Pop it between the hands. Right heel turns down to the mat, hips come in line and open up to a side lunge. This time with the left elbow on the left knee. Left hand down to the mat, right hand down next to it. So we're not going either side of the foot. Instead, we're walking the hands in front of us and turning the left toes so they're doing the same thing as the right. Everything's forward. We have ourselves a wide-legged forward fold. So ideally, the legs are straight, which might mean you coming a little bit closer with the feet and using your hands but on blocks instead. I'll show you. So if the knees are bending, maybe we can get straight knees if we have these blocks here and we're a little bit nice. Yeah, and because the blocks are light, we can just walk the blocks forward and get that stretch up the back of the Achilles heel as we go. Keep the heels down as the bottom moves forward of the feet, stretching like the side of the heel. It's kind of unusual. Walking back, yeah, and this time bringing the head down. So once again, maybe there's a handy block, put the head on, possibly. Those of you who are feeling super strong, just hold on to your own ankles, let the head hang. Nice. Coming halfway up and then turn the right heel slightly in so that you end up with the right toes facing the diagonal edge of your mat. Push the hips down, actually resting the body on the thigh, interlace the fingers behind the sacrum. So you can stay here or you can raise those arms and bring your body down further than the knee. Now, that's not going to be for everyone. So here is fine and good. Come up, release, back through the center. Straighten up that right leg and push the heel back. So the toes are facing the long edge of the mat. And walk over to the left. Pull the left heel in slightly so the toes are facing the corner of the mat. Bring the weight down on that thigh. Hang out here. Or come all the way down. Raise the torso, hands back down, back to the center. And then we want to come up, so we want to be careful. Heel toe slightly closer with the feet, so they're narrowing the gap between the feet. And then we can slightly bend in the knees, maybe even use the thighs, come up. Take a breath. Trikonasana. So this right heel, just swizzle it in, turning the toes to the short edge of the mat, kicking the hips out to the left of the mat, reaching the arms out on the cross, and try to keep the left side body in as we get pulled over here to the right. Windmill down. Trikonasana. Strong core, exhale, coming out. Trikonasana on the other side. So we need that right heel to swizzle out again and the left toes to turn to the short edge of the mat. Kick the hips over to the right. Keep the right side body in. Arms on the cross and reach over to the left. Furthest you can go before you windmill down. And always come out of a position. If it's not working for you, you can always go back in if it feels like you need to. And if you need some support in this position, the shin or the thigh, just never the knee. Strong inhale, strong core coming up. Lovely. So we'll move the feet just hip width apart. Hold on to the haunches. Bring the shoulder blades back and down. Big hip rotations. Keeping the knees nice and straight. And the opposite direction. Stepping all the way onto this right foot. And we could either have the toes still touching the mat, yeah? Or sole of the foot on the calf, or really super duper, heel pushing into the thigh. Don't feel you have to do that. And then some people can do this and just leave the foot there. They're not human. They're somewhere else. Okay, so balance. Try not to let the hip kick out to the side. Hands in the prayer and keep your eye focused. And keep this knee back. Don't let it comfortably sit forward. You should feel a little opening here in the groin. Raise the arms if you can. If you're not balancing, put one of your fingers down on a window ledge or a sofa. Get the balance. Start to teach the body. Coming down, release, stepping onto the left, hopping the right foot wherever you think is going to work for you. And if you're going to come in and out a couple of times anyway, you might as well start somewhere where you know you're comfortable and settle the body into balancing, and then see after if the second time you give it a go. Hands in prayer. Left hip pulled in, right knee sent out, and raise the arms if we can. Eye focus. Feet begin to complain, but that's a good thing. We want strong feet and ankles. Lovely. Release. Shake out the legs. From the top of the mat then, I'd have a block either side, like here and here, because we're going to reach for those. Take an inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, folding at the hips, bringing the arms down. Step the left foot all the way back and put the heel down. So we're back here like our side lunge, but we're going to try and keep it a bit lower. So there's the block behind the foot. Pop your hand on it. Open up again to the side. And again, try not to just leave the hips all the way up here. Get them nicely down. Breathe. Shoot up now, strong, pull ourselves up. We have a warrior two. Bring the palms up above the head, high prayer. Straighten up that right leg, turn the heel away, bring the left heel in, back down, over on the left side, warrior two. Feel the opening down the groin as you bring the hips down and keep that left knee back. Reaching down for the block behind the left leg. Stretch the left right arm. Nice. We'll come down onto the mat. And have a pigeon. So my right leg is behind me. My left shin is diagonally on the mat. Left heel under this right hip. And if you need to, you can shove a block under the left hip. Squeeze the body down. Maybe you stay in a forearm sphinx. Put your head on a block and relax if this is where you're staying. If you can stretch the arms out, come further down. Maybe you can do that, but you still want a block under the head. That's fine. Breathe into the glutes of the left-hand side. Imagine them relax as you exhale. to the thumbs, walk the hands back up underneath the shoulders. From here, we can just sit on that left hip, bring the right forward. Oh, let's have Navasana. Lovely. So we'll lead in with this right knee, yeah? Send the left one behind us and bring ourselves back up into the pigeon, recline pigeon position on this side. Right heel under left hip, yeah? Bring yourself down. And scaffold yourself up with a block underneath the right hip. If that helps you keep your hips parallel to the mat. Stay with your forearms down. If that's what's best for you, you can still get this stretch really nicely, breathing into the glutes. If you can, bring the whole body down. Looking to the thumbs, coming back up onto straight arms, and just pull the left leg in. We'll be on wide knees, yeah? So get those knees as wide as the mat, if not wider. We're gonna use the right hand as our pillar. Push the palm into the mat, widen the hand span, and strong shoulders as we open the left hand out. We can have the hand on the back. Sometimes you get better leverage moving with your hand on the back. Maybe you keep it there, or maybe you extend it, up to you. Breathe. Nice. Thread this arm through and under. Bring the weight down. And when the weight's down, slightly roll forward over the arm. Put the forehead down. Breathe. Feel the stretch across the back of the shoulder blade. I like to rest my opposite, this time left elbow, just on the wrist of my right arm. Bring ourselves up. This time it'll be the left hand that will be the standing arm, and opening out to the right. So again, test yourself out with the hand on the lower back, and then reach up. Threading this right arm this time through and under. Weight comes down. Little roll forward, head down on the mat. Push up through the right arm, and we'll bring ourselves onto our backs. Both feet are on the mat, but a little bit wider than the hips. And windscreen wipe the knees, letting them flop around from side to side. Nice. Both legs up, knees wide. Bring the knees really wide here and reach up to the outsides of the feet and roll around. I was actually with a 2-year-old today doing exactly this just for fun. Although he started off kind of like this. Lovely. Bring the feet flat down on the mat. Shimmy the shoulder blades together. And push the hips up off the mat. Push into the feet, pulling the skin down away from the neck. Nice high push. Chin clamped down to the chest. Strong and controlled in the knees. Even pressure throughout the soles of the foot. And then let the shoulder blades away from each other. And roll the vertebrae down. One by one, nice and slowly. Keep the tailbone tucked under. Roll through the lumbar, pinching the tail under until the last minute and bringing the sacrum down. Let the legs out to the side, let the legs out long and flop the feet to the side. Turn the palms up to face the sky. Eyes are closed. Deep breath. Inhale and then let it go. Inhale again. And let it go. Final one. And let it go. Relaxing the eyes in this area. Unfocusing the eyes behind the eyelids. Softening the forehead. Softening the cheeks. Releasing the tongue in the mouth. Softening the jaw all the way up to the temples. Relax the muscles of the whole face and the whole scalp. Relax the neck and relax the throat. Relax the shoulder blades and the collarbones and the very tops of the shoulders. Relax the upper arms. Relax the elbows. Relax the forearms and the wrists and the fingers. Inhale deeply. And as you exhale, imagine the whole rib cage just relax, front and back. Relax the mid-back, relax the tummy. Relax the lumbar and the sacrum. Relax the lower abdomen. Relax the glutes. Relax the whole pelvic area. And relax the thighs. Relax the knees and the calves and the heels and the toes. Relax the whole body. And relax the mind. For the next few moments, keep your awareness inside the body, just focused on your relaxation. Everything else can wait. Nice and slowly let the head roll from side to side. And take a slightly deeper breath, maybe a little wriggle of the fingers and toes, just waking up the body. And then draw your ankles together and stretch your arms up above the head. Long body stretch, pushing the heels away and drawing the spine gently down towards the mat. Keep the core engaged as you bring the knees up to meet the hands. Rotate the knees in the same direction. So you're massaging the lower back on the mat. And rotate the knees in the other direction. And then let the whole body roll down onto the fetal position using your upper arm as a pillow. Just staying here briefly while we thank ourselves for getting on the mat, for connecting our minds to our bodies for a whole hour, for thinking of very little else whilst we say the prayer to the body that is yoga asana, and for taking our me time. Nice and gently coming up to a seated position. Anyone that suits you. I'll close the class with 3 arm and 3 shanty. If you'd like to join me, inhale. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Namaste. So the other thing that I noticed didn't come across very well are the ons. I love how nobody's discussed this with me at all for a year.
Too frightened, not too frightened.
Too